Hey mukbangers, how's it going? Welcome back to my third episode of my eating show where I'm gonna mukbang these teriyaki noodles. Okay. And I've got it sizzling here. Let's see if we can hear the sizzle. It's not loud enough. Need to turn it up. So today we're gonna eat teriyaki noodles. And it's gonna heat up a little bit. I'm gonna cook some things in front of you. And I see a lot of people doing the noodles for the mukbang. So we decided to go ahead and try to make one for you guys. And we've got really awesome noodles. I'll talk about those here in a minute. Look at that. You can't tell, but these are really long noodles. I have snow peas. Snow peas. I love the snow peas. We have carrots that we shredded. Okay. Big old bits of broccoli. Should start sizzling soon. Do you guys like baby corn? They're like my devil. I love baby corn. I could just sit and eat cans of these things. Honestly, if you don't like baby corn, I probably wouldn't be friends with you because there might be something weird about you. I'm kidding. I'm very welcoming. This is bok choy. So I don't know if you've ever noticed bok choy being in your lo mein, but I find bok choy in all of my lo mein, and it's always like those green spinachy leaves. So that's this. I have different kinds of bok choy today, so I'll show you. It's all from the same plant, but I'll show you like how we kind of cut it up. Like, look how yummy this one looks. You see how yummy and crunchy, and it's gonna be good. And then of course, your noodles wouldn't be noodles without cabbage. There it is, do you hear it? That's the sizzle I was talking about. I'm putting my face really close to the burner so you can hear it. That's my favorite part. It's like therapeutic. Okay, so I have other things that we're gonna add in, but I wanted to talk to you about these noodles now that I've kind of got through these ones. I showed you how long these are, and ooh, these are gonna be fun. So these are called long life noodles, and they're eaten during the Chinese New Year. So I'm gonna show you this real quick and then we'll get our sauce in. So these are long life noodles, and my understanding of them, and if I'm wrong, please, drop it in the comments so I know. Long life noodles are what you eat during the Chinese New Year in order to have a long life. That's just my basic understanding of it. Can you hold that, please? There we go. Let's get some of that in real quick. Okay. I'm gonna get some more sauce on here. Ooh. Sauce from the heavens. Yes. Okay. Gonna mix all of these in. Yes, I need a brace because this pan is crazy. I know I'm using chopsticks and a spoon. How retarded American. Yeah, retarded American here. Okay. Let me show you what this looks like so far. So that's what we have so far. Okay. So I've got some fun stuff to add in. I wanted to show you my bok choy pieces. I've been experimenting with bok choy a little bit more and more lately, and I decided that sometimes bok choy is a little thick. So we cut them up, little guys like this. And I'll just pour some in. You can't go wrong. I mean, like, honestly, these little guys, they're like little celery pieces, even if they're not cooked. But the way you cook them, or like the way we sliced them, it's not as tough anymore. Then we slice some bok choy, like longer ones. So I've got a lot of bok choy in here, but that's okay. You don't notice. It's gonna cook down.
The flavor is very mellow.
The flavor is mellow, so you don't have to be intimidated with stuff like this. I mean, if you're thinking, holy cow, that's a lot of greenery, when it cooks in and cooks down, you don't notice it like that. You really don't. I guess I have a better spoon too. Let's use that. Okay, so of course, lo mein wouldn't be, it's my lo mein, you know, mom's. So lo mein wouldn't be complete without water chestnuts. So I'm gonna put all of them in there because I love water chestnuts, and honestly, like, the crunch of the water chestnuts always gets me like really, really, really well. Like, I love it so much. Ah! Okay. I can't wait to taste this for you guys. Like, it's gonna be so good. So these, let me see this name here. I picked these out. I hope I'm saying this right. If I'm not saying this right, then you are more than welcome to let me know in the comments. So Enoki Mushrooms, I'll show you that label in a second. So they look like this. They're like, look at these cute guys. Oh, ah, ah. So I'm gonna put some of these in there. I've never had these before, so even though like I want to put all of them, I'm gonna put half for now. That's okay. You know, you can start small, as long as you're trying, right? So this is the name. And I got them organic from the Asian market. Actually, like, all of this really came from the Asian market. So if you have one in town, you definitely should go. Okay, dude, this is looking so good. Later on, we're gonna talk about, actually, we're gonna do a Q&A, so I figured you guys should get to know me a little bit more. You know, I don't know that you guys are gonna be invested in me like I wanna be invested in you if you don't know anything about me. We're also gonna do like a, I'm going to talk about my ADHD, because I think that as you get to know me, you're going to see that I have some problems, and I want to clear that up. You know, I am a very open person. I have no problem talking to people about things. So, you know, ask a question, I shall answer. Yes, I have ADHD, so I'm going to talk to you guys about that in a little bit. And later, we're going to have my daughter come out and enjoy this, so you guys get to see if a 4-year-old's gonna like something like this. Do you think that she will, or do you think that she won't? Now the recipe that we're making right now is all going to be posted below. So I have a couple things I want to talk about, like the sauce that you saw go in there is teriyaki. It's a homemade teriyaki sauce. And I've got a couple like key ingredients, so you know that like you can do this at home. It's very easy, maybe a little time consuming, not very much. So anyway, water, soy sauce, brown sugar, garlic, and ginger are the key ones in here. Oh, we've got more. Cornstarch, agave. You can either use less brown sugar, or you can even add sriracha if you want it spicy. So these are just like little cards for me to remember the ingredients for you guys. But they'll be down below. So if you like me liking this, then I would say try this recipe at home. If you're a mukbanger, I'd love to see your take on it, based on, because like I think a lot of people love teriyaki sauce. This one's going to be so amazing. I mean, my mom made it. She's a phenomenal cook, so there's no doubt in my mind that when I try this in a minute, I'm not going to go crazy. Yay! Okay, I think I've got almost everything in here. I really want to take a bite though, so I'm not going to wait. I'm going to add some more stuff in a minute. I'm starving, and I can't like wait anymore. There's a little mushroom, I think, in there. I cannot wait to get the rest of the flavors in there. Okay, so, dude, that's so yummy. The last thing that I really have to put in, which you don't have to because I put like the majority of stuff in, is the meat. But I'm vegan, so it's gonna be 2 different types of tofu. Okay. Had to take a break. You know, if you have kids, sometimes your kid, like you'll know, sometimes your kid comes out naked and you're like, stop, no, hold on. You can't be on camera, that's awful. What are you doing? You know, we have a daughter, so you gotta teach her a lot nowadays. All right, so couple of things. I'm gonna get the tofu set up, but I also have these fun guys. I've never done this before. These are my mushroom squids. So I saw this the other day. Dude, I can't pick this up with chopsticks. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. So this is not a real squid. Not that it really looks like one, but look at this guy. I made this out of a king oyster mushroom. And so yeah, I've got 2 of those guys. It's just for fun, you know, to like, look, it's a little squid. La da da da. Squidward. I could do the voice, but I can't plug my nose to it because now I've got. The sauce is too good to wipe fully like that. Okay, so the first one, the fun one. It's fun because I get to do it, because basically ever since we started doing this, Mom's like, I got you, I'm gonna do all the cooking because, you know, you suck. That's okay, she's much better than I am anyway. So this is what we've got, and then we've got, I'm gonna taste test 2 different options. So this is store-bought. These are like little poofs. We're gonna cut them up, put them inside the thingy. Ah! Wow. I don't know if that you guys probably saw that. That's alright. Yeah, things happen all the time in my life. Like I drop the most, like things that I need to, I don't know. I'm clumsy. That's what I'll say. I'm clumsy. Look at those cute little guys. Should I do all of them in here? Maybe I'll just do 4 for now, okay? I'm gonna start with 4 cubes, because that looks like a lot. We'll mix it up, and then I'll tell you like my favorite thing, but look how, so this is gonna taste like one thing. Look, there we go, no face. I don't know yet, they're not pre-seasoned or anything, so I cut them up and I put them in there, and they're like little breaded tofus. But these guys are so freaking cute, look at this. Little grilled guys. Tofu squares. I'm gonna actually just leave them as they are. These were soaked in the teriyaki sauce, and then the teriyaki sauce was turned into a glaze, and then they were glazed with a, they were grilled and then glazed. So they're gonna be hella yummy. I'm just gonna put them right in. Awesome. So this is the dish. Let's see what I think. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by. Doing mukbangs on YouTube. Just kidding. Dude, that's so dang. Holy hell. Yep.
Thank you.
This is a great sauce. Holy cow.
Thank you.
I mean, you could technically do this with any sauce, guys, so if you're not a teriyaki person, come up with your own sauce or whatever, but it's really easy. You go to the Asian market, you have like 50 million types of pastas to choose from. Check it out, right? Make sure you're not getting an egg noodle. Mine's not made of egg. Some are. You gotta be careful. Don't consume that junk. All right, my squids. Let's see what happens. Mm-mm. 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 Wow, that's really meaty. That's really good. Here's what happened. I couldn't tear it off. It's like trying to bite it this way, it wouldn't tear off. But, dude, piecing it off like this, look at this. This looks like some white meat. Here's why I'm saying this, okay? Not all vegans care about something like this. Some vegans are very grateful to get away from the whole idea of meat. I happen to be like in between. Sometimes I'm like, dude, I really wish I had some fish, or the texture of fish. That's what it is, guys. It's flavor, it's texture. It's not the animal itself. You don't need to consume that junk. You can find alternatives. This thing reminds me of like, it reminds me of, not so much of fish because fish are flaky, but mussels. The toughness of that area. So if you're a vegan and you're new to the veganism and you're like, I really miss my fish, go for mushrooms, find ways to cook them. Find ways to cook them. I mean, honestly, this is actually really cool. I did it like this so you could see, like, if you feel like you're missing out on the squid, you can have some fun with it. You know, it is a little octopusy. Okay, so anyway, learn your mushrooms. Mushrooms are meaty. And if you're new to the veganism and you're just like, I'm not gonna make it, I need to go get my meat on, then start looking into the king oyster mushrooms. But otherwise, do you know how we made our tofu? So like, look at this. So it's grilled. Ooh, yeah. So let me hide my face so you can like, I think that's how this works. Okay, so the coolness about this, you freeze it. Wow, that's actually really, really good. Great job. High five.
Thank you.
Okay, so you let it thaw after you freeze it. Sometimes you freeze it again. Basically, the more times you freeze and thaw, the more tender it will be. And it just becomes like, this is how you like make fried chicken. Chickenless fried meat. So, dude, this is so good. So I think, are we about to bring out Lily, or is that in a little while?
We can do that, or we can do Q&A, whichever you'd rather do first. Or if Lily, we can start Q&A, and if Lily runs out, then we can transition to that.
Let's do the Q&A, like, so that way you guys get to know me a little bit.
All right, let's start with a fun question. What is the worst smelling place you've been?
I think I've been a lot of smelly places. There are a lot of towns that smell bad. So I live in Colorado. Like down south, it smells like the meat plant for puppies, puppy food or something. Like, it's really nasty. But what takes the cake is Greeley, Colorado. You could be 45 minutes away from Greeley, Colorado, and smell that disgusting town. It's beautiful because it's a lot of farmland, aside from like the little town part, but like, it's the worst smell in the world. It's nothing you can ever get used to. What is that smell? Farm?
It might be animal slaughter, I think.
Oh.
Or it might be also we have beet sugar farms in Colorado, and those actually smell really bad as well.
But that's good for us. Like, right? Like for a vegan to have beet sugar?
Not necessarily. It may still be filtered with bone chard, so you'd have to look into
make sure it's vegan. Well, yeah. So guys, you have to learn that like, just because it doesn't say vegan doesn't mean that it's vegan, or whatever I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? Here's an example. You can go by white sugar, right? You would think that the white sugar is vegan. It shouldn't have any meat products or dairy products like that. But it's milled with bones or something.
Bone char, I think.
Bone char? Look it up. Look it up. I mean, I'm basically right on there, but I might have my language wrong a little bit. But, you know, if you want vegan sugar, it's not going to be the regular stuff that you find, like, that you would have normally bought.
All right. Where are you from?
I'm from everywhere, but basically, I was born Andrews Air Force Base. My mom was a military brat. So at the time that I was born, when I'm turning 20, I was born on the military base. And then my mom kind of had the military bug of let's always move, so she decided to move us like all over the place. From Maryland, then to Virginia, then to Florida. I spent a lot of time in Florida. We moved there when I was 6, so Jacksonville started, then Miami, like the Miami region. Went from Pembroke Pines, like we stayed a lot. We hung out on the Miami beaches. My abuela's from Opelika. And then right before me going into my freshman year in high school, we moved to Colorado, to Fort Collins. And I stayed there for a couple of years, and I wasn't hacking the cold, like I just couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it, and I moved to Oregon, where I graduated. And from there, let's see what else. From there, we moved to Woodbridge, Virginia. I mean, dude, I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. But seriously, Woodbridge, Virginia, and then back to Oregon, and then back to Colorado. I mean, I can't even, I think I've got the bug now. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Great. Would you like to talk about some of your jobs and which job was your favorite?
I've done like a lot of different jobs. The jobs that I've done range from like hosting and photography of children. One time I worked at a vineyard and I learned a little bit about that. I've worked in the kitchen at Olive Garden for a very long time. I also did a lot of things over there, like I bartended and served. I was a certified trainer. It's so yummy. My favorite job though was a business that I owned with Mom. We were Colorado Sugar Mamas, and we weren't like sugar mamas, but we made candy. And we actually kind of did a lot of things throughout Colorado to promote that and sell it, and Mom made all of it. She learned how to make hard candy and gel candy and marshmallows, all kinds of cookies. She learned how to bake cakes. I mean, it was incredibly impressive, and I was the manager, so I found the places that we would go try to sell it, and I would make the marketing ads, and that was a lot of fun because I got to use a lot of my like my creativity, which I love doing in life.
We were in 5 stores.
Yeah, we ended up getting in 5 stores the first year that we were open. So basically you would go into like a shop, a little boutique, and you'd see our products, and it was like representative of Colorado, and it was a lot of fun actually.
What was your favorite, like, what did you enjoy the most about being in Colorado Sugar Mamas?
The freedom to set my own hours. That's seriously my favorite thing. Oh, dude, I've met a lot of entrepreneurs in my life. I find that I think like a lot of people end up owning their own business from time to time. That's because like all of us really think and believe that that's where that's where it lies. Like that's the formula, you know, to make it. So you go get your business and somewhere you make it big. And yeah, so someday.
What was the hardest part about managing Colorado Sugar Mamas?
The hours. Again, the hours, because sometimes it was like this one time, excuse me. So this one time we signed ourselves up for 420. It was like, was it the first festival too? Like we'd never done a festival.
It was our first festival, 2 months after we opened.
Yeah. So the only thing we had done prior, we were in one shop, and we would leave our products in the store the whole week, and then on Saturdays we would go there and try to promote ourselves a little better. And so that was our experience with it, and we were like, okay, so there's this 420 festival, let's sign up. And then we got in, like they accepted us. They didn't have candy makers, so we went down like to this little, we love mom and pop shops. Like if you have the option to shop big or shop mom and pop, you should probably you need to be choosing mom and pop, because that's how like America was built on that, mom and pop shops, and it needs to stay that way. Excuse me. Wow, this is so yummy. Okay, so anyway, 420 Fest, we go to this shop, we find like these, it wasn't at the shop, we got them online. So we got these lollipop molds that have like marijuana leaves in the mold, and we made sour lollipops, and they were like sour apple and sour raspberry. We did a blackberry one too. I know the watermelon, like sour watermelon. Dude, they were so amazing. And we ended up on the front cover of the Denver Post. And we did very well for our first, our first festival. We were pretty proud of that.
There were about 60 to 70,000 people at that festival.
It was huge. Yeah, this was the Denver 420 Fest. So I don't know if you guys have gone there, or if you've ever heard of it, or you wish to go there. If COVID ever dissipates, then check it out. But yeah, 60,000 people, some odd people were hanging out, and we had a long line the whole day. I tried Mom's, and then I tried this one. Mom's is hands down better. Texturally, yours is just better.
Thank you.
And the flavor's better all around. Way better.
I really like the fried ones though. They absorb.
I know.
They absorb sauce really well.
They do, but honestly, yours did. Can you hear that, guys? It's spongy.
Mm-hmm.
Spongy. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Absorbent and yellow and porous is he. Whatever. You know what? If you don't like me, change the channel. I like me, and you should like yourself, and you should think you're funny, and I think I'm funny, and if I made you chuckle, I'm happy. That's all that matters. Staying alive, staying alive, ha, 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 staying alive, ha, 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 staying alive. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into talking about my ADHD. I was diagnosed with ADHD like about 5 years old. God, it's so good. So,
Do you use any sesame seeds?
I love sesame seeds. Okay, so my ADHD. Okay, so my ADHD, I've had it since I was 5, and my mom knew that I had it like years before that, I think, and doctors would just say, no, it's too early, you can't tell, there's no way you can tell. Mom could tell, you know, but when you are a parent who pays attention to your kid and the struggles they may have, and you're open to learning about your kid, instead of fitting him in a box like all other children, then you start learning like why they may be spasming, why they may be acting out, why they may be doing something that is different than the rest. And so my mom knew. Okay, so before I go on, I have to show you this because I'm going to try this. This is like from the Asian market also. It's mango and passion fruit nectar. So the doctors put me on medicine like right away. That's not bad. Mango and passion fruit. I've never had them together before. It's really thick, like very nectary. Get my daily vitamins. Probably not really, not in that. This is all sugar. Ooh, a protein.
What are you doing?
Talking about my ADHD.
What about my next?
You wanna come in?
Yeah, that's what
Come here.
the next piece of candy.
Oh, do you want to eat some of this mukbang with me?
No, I just want to get some candy.
How about a couple bites of noodles, plus you have a wish of an eyelash sitting right there. Don't let me get it.
Here, let me see. You guys do this? She has an eyelash and she makes a wish and then she blows it.
Wings and
Come here. You can get a piece of candy if you come up here for 2 minutes.
Go up and have a couple bites first, okay?
wee.
Want to say hi to everybody?
Ah!
Here. Oh, you want to try your new chopsticks? Lily got some of these at the Asian market. You can't get these from a store, like a regular white man store. This is better. Look at her in the background. She's like, Here. That's the tofu Lala made. Remember, when you taste things, you have to tell our viewers what you think. Should we show them your plate?
Yeah.
This is what she's eating. Same thing. Ooh. I love her eyebrows. All right, go ahead. And I'll just tell them about ADHD. So I was given, it wasn't Adderall. Ritalin. I had Ritalin for a few years. Careful, it's hot, baby. So, my Ritalin, I had like a system. Mom didn't really want me on it, but the doctors were like, this is what she needs to be normal. Google wasn't around then, so it's not like you can Google, do I need to give my child Ritalin? What are some ways to naturally help my child with ADHD? So she couldn't just straight do that. You know, she figured all of these things out on her own. And so she wouldn't give it to me on the weekends.
From the Asian market.
Oh yeah, we did. We got these ones from the Asian. We went kind of crazy when we went to the Asian market. We just got tons of stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you try your broccoli?
Yeah.
So Mom wouldn't give it to me on the weekends. It would zombie me out. So I wasn't like my normal happy, hyper, confident eating self. You know, I wasn't normal. You know, what is me? And Mom wanted to embrace that. Mom didn't want to. Ooh, baby corn. Yeah. See, my kid loves baby corn. Baby corn, do 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 do. Baby corn, do 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 do. We're singers in this family. We can't help it.
Baby, boo, 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 boo. Where is the baby corn?
You don't see one in there? Let's see. There's one. So, she's stealing all of the baby corn instead of sharing any for Papa for later. Nom 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 nom.
I see ones.
Okay, so then, so anyway, one day, Mom came to me and said, and I was in 3rd grade, I think. Mom came to me and said, Sydney, do you want to be on this medication anymore? Or do you want to figure out how to do this without it? And for some reason, like, I just knew that it wasn't for me. And it really shouldn't be for anybody, this Ritalin and Adderall, like, it's just not healthy. So I told her that I didn't want to be on it anymore, and we stopped. We did whatever process was necessary in order to stop. Eat, baby. Here. And so I was off of it by my 3rd grade year, and I had this teacher, Coach Weber, who also had, no, it wasn't, it was Coach May, I'm sorry. I went to Palm Cove Elementary, and you call your teachers coaches. And so, hey, sit back and just eat.
Mom,
No more playing.
I'm trying to get more corn.
No more.
Please.
Just be fine. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. 4-year-olds don't
Hiya.
complain. So, Coach May had a grown son, he was in his 20s, who had ADHD, and she worked with him his whole life. And she found that Elvis seemed to calm his mind. And so she worked with me with the ADHD thing.
What?
Stay out of here! Just kidding. She didn't hear that. No, I had to send her back because she started sliding down, and she'll come back for ice cream. You know, she'll be fine. She'll finish her food over there, and she'll come back. All right, so Coach May, she was the only teacher that actually like really worked with me. There was my mom, and there was Coach May. That's it. So all the teachers after that, they just treated me like I was just some like delinquent child who wanted to ruin their life by causing them trouble and making them repeat things. And you know, like if they ask me a question and I don't know the answer for the 15th time, they're just like irritated because I purposely don't ever listen to them and stuff like that. ADHD, the common misconception is that we're just bad kids purposely doing this to like ruin your life. That we were put on this earth to make your life miserable. That's so sad, right? It's like a child was given to you so you would hate your life. Well, in reality, I haven't met a person with ADHD who isn't like this. We're really smart. We can be dedicated. We're very loyal, you know, because a lot of people judge us and a lot of people make us feel really stupid and small. And so when the time comes that we actually like find that friend, we've got your back, like we really do. And we may like squirrel all the time, but that doesn't mean what you're saying doesn't matter to us. We actually feel really bad when we miss your sentence. We feel really stupid and we beat ourselves up over it. But the thing is, the strengths of these people, of my people, while I'm watching you and I'm listening to your sentence, I'm also watching the dad carrying his child down the stairs and just hoping that he does it right. I'm watching the child play in the street and wondering where the parent is. You know, I'm noticing that while I'm having a conversation with you, my child is taking advantage of the situation and like stealing cookies in the back. We're noticing everything, and it's taking us an extra couple of minutes to process it.
And what's that weird sound? And that weird sound? And that weird sound?
Oh my God. I mean, I hear like the electricity hum, and while I'm talking to you, I'm listening to that and the water drip and like everything's really going on. The person backing up outside, down the road, 3 blocks over. It's, we're not people that are idiots. We're not doing this to ruin your day. We have a high sensory like ability, and sometimes we get really overloaded with it. And sometimes we need to take a step back and breathe and let ourselves, you know, be forgiven that we messed up a couple seconds ago and we didn't hear your sentence. But we need your help too. Like, we need your forgiveness. If you know somebody who has ADHD and you just get so irritated with them all the time, like, how about you take a breath too? And you say, okay, you know what? I really want to tell you this. I want you to know what I said because my voice matters. And so if you can look me in the eyes, I'll tell you again. And it makes us feel a little bit more of your equals instead of below you, because we can't carry on like easy conversations. So yeah, you know, don't look at your child and think that they're just some bad kid. You know, work with them. When they're bouncing off the walls and they're going crazy and you're just like pulling out your hair, I would say stand in front of them, hold their shoulders, don't shake their shoulders, just steady them in your embrace, look them in the eye, you know, and you make sure they look you in the eye, because if they're looking over here, they're hearing you, but they're also doing other things. They could be having 15 conversations in their head, and you need their undivided attention because you deserve that, but you have to teach them how to do it, because unlike everybody else who just, they don't have to look you in the eyes when you're talking to them, they grasp everything. You're getting their undivided attention, make them look you in the eyes, and finish your sentence. Say it calmly, with compassion, slow it down for them. You know, especially when you're angry, because these little people, even me, I'm a little person sometimes. We respond to calm and compassion. So if you want anything out of us, you need to do it that way, or else we're just going to respond with backlash also, definitely. And that's not what anybody needs in the world, right? So when you need to calm them down, you simply stop them. Take a breath. Teach your child to take a breath too. My little ADHD kid, she's absolutely full of ADHD. I have to teach her to take a breath and calm down. You look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you, because I love you and I want to know that you heard me. And that's it. Look, I can't help it. It's so good. Speaking of ADHD, let's check my blood pressure. All right. This is what I've got. This is a blood pressure cuff. Well, this is the cuff. Anyway, I'm gonna do this. We do this because of COVID. Have you guys ever seen Mr. Bean? He was my favorite growing up. Oh, I got an error.
Just try it again.
Yeah. This happens sometimes. Really, it like happens to me more frequently. It's because like I don't know how to use the machine or something. Watch, if this doesn't work, I'll have Mom do it and it'll work after that. So I have 116 over 74. The top number is a little high, I think, in my opinion. I like to keep it around 108. But the 74 number, that's like, that's all right. I don't dislike the 74. What do both mean? So what's the 116?
One's diastolic and one's systolic.
But which one is more like my stress versus my eating? That's the bottom number.
Don't really.
Well, I think the top number represents like how stressed I feel, and then which of course like I'm doing a mukbang, so I mean, you know, like me. And the bottom number though is like my overall health, and so if it goes like above 80, you start getting nervous. So I'm at 74. So I just wanted to do that real quick. I'm happy with this number, and also we watch this because of COVID. And you can go over to Walgreens or order it or whatever and get one of these. And this way, like we match it up with arms, make sure that everything is flowing nice. So anyway, next I'm gonna eat some ice cream, and I'm gonna prove to you guys that vegan ice cream is amazing. And if you dislike it, you just bought the wrong one. So that's what's coming up next. Stay tuned. All right, so I got today cookies and cream chocolate, sucker! All right, so I think I understand how this is supposed to go. Ready? Ah! Here we go. Look how creamy that is.
Wow. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's so delicious. This one's made with cashew milk. So, so chocolatey. Okay, kid, get up here. Try this with me. Come here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
I gave you the big spoon. Are you excited? We're gonna taste test some chocolate ice cream. We call it nice cream. It's cashew milk. What do you think, Lily?
Yummy.
Yummy. Do you love this?
Yeah.
Would you eat this all the time if you could?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops. Those eyebrows again. That's so funny. Here's your drink that I gave
Thanks,
you.
Mommy.
You're welcome, baby. My polite child. Lily, what's your favorite song right now?
Cashew milk.
Cashew Milk? How's that song go?
Cashew milk. Cashew milk. I love cashew milk because it's so milky.
Cashew milk, cashew milk. I love cashew milk because it's so milky. Like that? Yeah.
And it's so yummy.
And it's so yummy. Like, let me tell you guys, you aren't going to notice a difference. Like, there's a difference. The difference is this is better. I mean, if you're going to still have dairy ice cream, you just might as feel like you're just killing yourself. So, switch. Whatever. Switch. It's healthier for her, too. Look, let me look at this real quick. So, I can't read over your big head. Alright, so it's got some fat. It's saturated fat.
So,
It wouldn't have a lot of salt anyway. Oh, look at that protein. You get 8 grams of protein if you eat this whole thing. But it's got carbs. But some of the carbs come from fiber, which is nice. You're not going to get that if you have, at least you're getting some fiber in this.
Yeah.
You're definitely not going to get that if you have like regular dairy ice cream.
Yeah.
Correct.
Woo!
Fiber helps you poop.
Pooping is good.
Did you guys hear something like you're supposed to poop like 5 or 7 times a day? Like, is there a healthy vegan out there that has a healthy poop schedule? Can you like drop your name under the comments?
Yeah. Drop it.
I've actually heard
We dropped
vegans.
it.
I've heard vegans argue about how many times they poop and whoever poops the most is better. But I don't think that's really like. Some of us don't poop like 5 times a day.
Man.
Mommy can do this now.
You ready to do your Korean candy?
Yeah.
You want to show everybody that?
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do with you? Look at all this chocolate. Blah, blah, blah.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, there we go, we got some scissors. Okay, so also at the Asian market, we picked up some of these things. I'm gonna keep eating that, but you don't have to. Okay, so I'm vegan. We're all vegan. We don't do meat or dairy, right? But one thing, sadly, that I've had to forego is, whoa, hold on. One thing I've had to forego for this little one is all jellies, jellos, puddings, everything. Like all the yummy stuff that kids just normally grow up on that everybody gets to try. Lily can't try because they are made with animal products. I found this at the market. I don't know that you'll be able to see that very well. What it is, it says it's a jelly bar. Baby, hold on. You're sliding. Okay. These are the ingredients. Before I give this to her, can you sit up, please? You're sliding. You're going to hit your face. All right. So we've got water, sugar, apple juice concentrate, then carrageenan. And so I had to look up what this was. Carrageenan is a jelly thickener, or like it's made to jelly, and it's made to thicken. And it's made of seaweed. So this has no animal products. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but if I'm going to choose to give her something every once in a while, this is I get to do this. And let me show you what's inside. So it comes with it was $3 at this Asian market. It came with a bunch of these. So
They're all different colors.
and they're all different colors and they're different flavors, and that's her last pink one, huh?
Yeah.
You're gonna go with that? What color do you want? You have to open it for everybody to see it. Ready? You have to sit up so everyone can see, because this is cool. I'm gonna cut it for you, okay?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Show them what it is. It's a jelly, and it tastes delicious. Here.
It's so cold.
That's because we keep it in the fridge. You don't have to, but I do. Out of sight, out of mind.
Have some.
I didn't.
You can't eat the whole thing. See?
So yeah, they're like.
Let
So
me
learn some of these things like carrageenan, because like it's a jelly product. What happened?
Mom, just like halfway.
You have all of these, Lily. Okay.
Mom, they're not all the favorite colors I like. It's pink and I love it.
Well, why don't you enjoy the last bit of that pink then?
But
I
it's
won't
not
have.
big.
I won't have any more. Promise.
But Mom,
Mm-hmm.
when you squish it, it's red.
You're right. You're right.
See? Whoa, that's a different color. It's like going around the table.
Are you gonna eat any of that and tell them what you think?
Colorado.
What?
Colorado.
Colorado?
Do you love Colorado, Lily? What's the best part of Colorado? Those candies? What about the mountains? Yeah? Do you like hiking and camping?
And trail running, right?
Yeah,
Lily's a
trail
trail
running.
runner. She used to trail run with her Lala. That's my mom. Her Lala. And they would trail run before this COVID thing happened.
Lily can run about half a mile without stopping at all.
Lily is a very healthy child. Like, kids should be able to do that.
It's like
What color is this, or what flavor is this next one?
we have to get it out. Whoa.
Ew, look at all that juice. Let me just show you this up close. There you go, slurp it up. How is it?
Lily, what flavor is that one?
Apple. Green.
Green apple.
So good. And juicy.
So good and juicy.
Look at that juice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lily, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A princess.
A princess. A princess. What kind of princess?
Elsa.
Oh, Elsa specifically. Is that why we did this braid today? Yeah. What are you going to do to be a princess when you're older?
Then the go.
Are you going to sing?
Let it go, child. And I'm gonna sing a different song too. Elsa.
Does your kid just play with the thing they've been like crying for the whole time, and then like you finally give it to them and they just play with it instead of eating it?
Let's see this up close.
Good job. Lily wants to have her own mukbang channel where she's eating lots of stuff for you guys.
Look, this is how jelly looks like.
This is how jelly looks like, she said.
It's green and there's all different colors on this table.
That's right.
Mom, I'm gonna get one for you. It's yellow.
Yay!
I'm gonna cut it first.
Okay. Lily is raised with a lot of independence.
See, I did
Not
it.
too much. She's still mothered quite a bit by me.
Well, I'm gonna get you one.
Ooh, pineapple.
Let me taste it. I'm gonna get my own.
Adorable.
Actually.
They don't even bite it.
In the trash for me, please.
Yes.
What happens to the rest of the trash that we have right here? Here,
Oh,
wait. You just eat this one because you can have that, and we'll put these aside.
Wiggle, wiggle. Why do I have two?
So, Lily, when we say bye to our viewers, how do you want to say bye to them?
Bye.
Bye! Thanks for viewing.